Hey guys, welcome back onto the Red Philly Sports Talk with yours truly, Anthony, the Ridiculous Red. Lot to talk about today. Let's get into it. I want to talk about that parade, which was absolutely amazing, and I want to go over some of the quotes. I love what Howie said. I thought that when he said he bleeds for this city, that shows that he truly wants to win and he cares about putting a championship team together year by year. I thought that Jalen's statement was bold when he said, I told myself I wouldn't come up to the Rocky Steps until I won a championship, and now here we are. I thought that was a very nice quote. And I think that really shows that Jalen Hurts cares about winning and he cares about the city and the fans and playing here. I like when Mailata started singing We Are the Champions and he got the fans to sing it with him. I thought that was really cool. I thought that A.J. Brown showed his emotions when he said, I'm a world bleeping champion. I thought that was a lot of emotion that he showed. I know Coop and Blankenship struggled to sing Dreams and Nightmares, but they still got it done. Saquon shared his emotions and his feelings, saying that him and his family couldn't be any more happier to be here, and he's looking forward to hopefully bringing another championship to Philly, and I like what he said, and I also think that shows his commitment to the team. One thing that both Jalen and A.J. Brown both said is that they're not satisfied with winning just one. They want to win more than one. That's not all they came here for, was just one. They came here for multiple. I think that we could be seeing a start of a dynasty. Now, I know that some guys are going to be leaving, but most of the guys should be coming back. Some of the guys like Zach Bond, I don't think he leaves after the season he just had. Josh Sweat, he could be a free agent. He could be going. Milton Williams, it depends if we're willing to pay him or not. Same as Mekhi Becton. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, we can sign some of these guys back. Now, I would really love if we sign Josh Sweat back because what he did in the Super Bowl was absolutely amazing, and he brings a level of adversity to the defense, and it would be nice if we can keep him and sign him to a nice paycheck. But, we'll just have to wait and see with the cap space. Now, I know that Brandon Graham most likely is going to be retiring. It was one long ride. He brought 15 years of greatness to this team, and he put every blood, sweat, and tear on the field for this team, and he did everything he could for this organization. Now, I know it's too early to start thinking about next year, but that's not what I'm worrying about or any other fan is worrying about right now because all I know is that we are Super Bowl champions. Read it. Super Bowl champions. Now, on to the Phils. Spring training is officially back. Bryce, Trey, Zach, all the guys were there. They look ready. I think we're going to have a good season. I really do believe that. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are saying, oh, the team is older. The team is aging out. The window is closing. I don't think that. I think that they still have a couple years left to do it. I believe that they're still going to be one of the best teams in all of baseball. Their starting rotation is elite. Their lineup could be a little better, but it's still one of the best lineups. The bullpen could be a little better as well, but I think that it's still a good bullpen. I thought losing both Hoffman and Estevez were two big losses, but we did sign a couple guys, Jordan Romano and Joe Ross. I'm hoping that they are two big factors for us moving forward. I think that at some point during the trade deadline, we'll trade for a closer, maybe like a Ryan Helsley or Mason Miller. That way we have a legit lockdown closer. The National League is really strong. Everybody's out for the Dodgers. We know the Braves are always there. The Mets obviously got better with the pieces that they added. The Padres, you can never dismiss them. Neither the Diamondbacks, they're a sleeper team. But I think the Phillies were still among the elite teams in the MLB. Now, Rob Thompson did talk about switching the lineup up. He mentioned that Trey would lead off. He might put Schwarber in the 4-hole spot to be the cleanup man. That way, if guys are on, then he can blast homers. Rob also brought up JT Realmuto's status on catching this year. He said that he's not going to work him as much catching this year, that he might put him at first base, and he could actually see time in the outfield, which is crazy, but still something that he's considering. So it's going to be interesting to see what Rob does with him. And there's been some talks that JT might get an extension. I love JT, but I personally am not going to extend him for a huge amount of money. I think Schwarber, he'll be the safer bet to bet on for an extension. I think with Kyle, he's a little younger than JT, and all you need him for is power. For JT, his body's starting to slow down a little, and you would be taking a risk if you give him a contract extension. I think that Bryson Stott's going to have a breakout year this year. I've heard that Alec Boehm has supposedly matured, reportedly quieted all the trade rumors. He hopes to play with a more level of confidence this year. Hopefully, we see the best of him moving forward. I think our starting rotation is one of the best, if not arguably the best in the league. I think Luzardo really helps. Andrew Painter is expected to be up by summertime. Obviously, you have Wheeler and Nola as your 1-2, followed by Ranger Suarez and Christopher Sanchez. And you have Luzardo at your 5th spot. And yeah, it's going to be a good season, I believe. I'd say we win about 92 to 95 games. Now, whether that's enough to win our division, I don't know, because I believe we have the best division in all of baseball. The Phillies, the Braves, and the Mets are all World Series contenders. I think it's going to be a very tight race on as far as who wins the division. It's going to be tough, but I think we can do it. I really hope that we can win the World Series this year and somehow sneak past the Dodgers. I want to see Phillies and Yankees in the World Series. If you were to ask me who I would want to see in the World Series, I would say Phillies and Yankees. For one, my grandma is a Yankees fan, and she's from New York, and me and her like to go at it sometimes as far as the Phillies and the Yankees go. My mom is also a Yankees fan, and we also go at it sometimes from here and there. I also love the Philly and New York rivalry. They don't have to travel that far. They can literally take the train from Philly to New York and back. And plus, it's been 16 years since we faced the Yankees in the World Series. I think it's time for us to get our revenge this time. It's the Phillies' turn to party down Broad Street. That's one thing. If the Eagles can do it, so can the Phillies. And as I always say, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully we can win that World Series and bring it home to the city of brotherly love. That's all for today, guys. Remember, if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, smash that thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the Eagles Super Bowl parade, what you think the Phillies will do this year, how many games you think they'll win, and I'll see you guys next time on the Code Red Philly Sports Talk.